the kind of insane days you have as a 21-year-old hustling entrepreneur. So I wake up this morning. It's probably what, 8:30. First time I've slept up until those days during a productive weekday in a while, because wasn't going gym today. Had to take care of some stuff here at home, all that good stuff. So I stayed up late last night, grinding it out, getting these videos out for you guys, etc. And so that's a slow start to the day. I don't get to go to the gym, whatever. Tell me how, on my way to campus, I see this car. I'm like, okay, this car's for sale. Okay, how much is on for sale for? It's a Mercedes. Now, this Mercedes is parked outside. To give context, the house itself is from the exterior, obviously, because I've never been inside, or had never been inside. But anyway, that comes later. I'm rocking up to this house now. I see the Mercedes parked. I see this guy in a suit walking that way. He's on the phone. I see some guy sweeping. He's sweeping the front, like the front of the garage. I'm walking past, 50 Cent on the whatever or whatever I was listening to. But 50 Cent is the song of the day. Hustler's Ambition, because that personified today. I want the finer things in my life, so I hustle. You know, that was the vibe. So boom, I walk past and I think about, I see there's a for sale sign on that thing. I bet I could sell that. I bet I could sell that. I bet, or I could at very least contact people, get this person to the right person that is going to buy it. I bet I could do that at very least. And so that was the plan. The plan was just, okay, I'm like, that's what I'm gonna do. And so I walk back because I think to myself, man, I wonder how many people walked past opportunities like this, what I'm saying, in their lives that could have been life changing. Not to say this is a life changing thing. I'm an optimist, but I am very skeptical of everything. Anyway, so I see this thing, I walk back, I'm like, I forget what I say exactly, but I remember asking, so can I take a picture of it, and then I think, yeah, if I can sell this, then I've at least done my good day, my good deed for the week, gets a chuckle out of that guy. I asked him if he would mind if dealerships bought the car, or just personal people. He was like, yeah, as long as I get my money, that don't mean nothing to me. And I was like, okay, can I take a picture of it? Because if I get this done, then I've at least done my good deed for the week. Um, and I get a chuckle out of him, whatever. don't I don't put it out of mind completely. Like I do throughout the day. I told myself that now I'm just gonna, tap in with the different people that I know who are kind of involved in this business, or have people involved in this business, and you know, that's like the plan. Side quest, bro. Maybe get a young cash injection. Who knows? In my mind, two things were gonna come out of it, right? Number one, I either get to make money from the scenario, because why not? Or number two, I'm going to make someone who is in a good position um, a contact of mine, right? Because that was his personal number that he put on the thing. So I was like, oh, this is a perfect opportunity to get this person in my Rolodex. And if I could start our relationship, or going back and forth, off on a positive note by selling something for him, that probably wouldn't be too bad either, right? Now check this out. Obviously, I'm having conversations all throughout the day, this, that, the third. As I'm walking, listen to this, bro. It's such an insane day. As I'm walking from my class to it was during the break period, which I never exercised before, by the way. But on that day, I just decided that I was going to go talk to someone that I know who has people involved in the car sale business, whatever. I want to talk to them in person. So I called them. On my way up, literally on my way up, I do this thing, get back, take a picture of the thing, move forward, think in my mind, oh, who do I know? Who do I know? Who do I know? Think of someone, pop to them on the phone, let them know that, hey, I'd like to talk to you later. Is that cool? Cool. Nah, I'll come to you. Nah, don't come to me. I'll come to you. Because I knew I'm about to bother you. So I come through, boom. As I'm walking from my class to their class, I literally bump into this guy, literally chest on, like boom. Like, hey, yo, what's up? And he's like, oh, yo, he's like, yo, at the stage. And I'm like, yeah, yeah. and I dap him up because I'm I'm not someone who's unused to people knowing me that I don't know, right? But the context in which this guy, where he actually knew me from, to me was like, again, one of those resets of like, oh, this is actually my life. Wow, I forgot. Which was, he goes up, he's like, oh, the stage. Obviously, I give him that, bro, because I'm just that guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very, welcoming, friendly guy, warm guy. And then he's like, "Yo, bro, I love the video so much, And I was like, damn, I forgot I did that for a second, you know. I forgot that it was actual people on the other side of the screen who were interacting with the content, who were receiving the content, those inspirational moments, the days I cried, the days I was super happy, the days I was ecstatic, the days I was drained. All of that is being received and watched by real people who are getting affected in a real way, and so that sometimes gets lost on us, I believe. And so it just brought me back to reality of like, oh yeah, wow, we're doing it now, it's happening now, we're becoming that guy right now. So that was cool. So I continue walking over right to the class. When we start talking business ideas, we talk this, we talk that. They pitch theirs, what they got going on. I pitch what my crew has going on, and it's cool. And then I think I get to mention it briefly, to them about the car thing. And so the main thing about that was literally we just chopped it up about business, my business ideas, poking different holes in them, me presenting perhaps different resources that they could use to, amplify theirs, whatever. It's a cool, productive conversation. I'm like, all right, cool. Let me head back to class. 5, not even 10-minute conversation, probably 7, 8 minute conversation. Um, and then boom, I'm back in class. I'm contacting different people on my phone because I'm trying to sell this car because I want the finer things in my life. So I hustle. So there I am. I'm contacting different people, I'm saying this, I'm saying that, I'm asking about, and people, they get back to me, they give me feedback. I, pass pass some of the feedback on, and the things that I notice are becoming patterns as I'm trying to sell it. Cool. Again, don't mind it. And now I'm on my way home. Fast forward, I'm on my way home, and I pass by the street. I see the car, but I don't. I never mind anything. I keep pushing, give that to my bro that I was walking with, walk, walk, walk. And I'm like, let me go take those pictures because I know that tomorrow I'm going to a financial seminar. Um, yeah, this is literally my life. Crazy. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to a finance seminar to talk about, different things. Yeah, different things involved in finances. And I was like, yeah, I'm interested in doing that. And so I invited a couple of friends, and that's what we're going to be doing for the next 2 days, with the bulk of our days. And so that's cool. But now I have additional homework. So me, when it comes to school stuff, I get that done in class very quickly, as far as I can. I never want to, get home and have a bunch of stuff to do. It's just not my style because, again, I live a very busy, active lifestyle and like to be interacting with real people in real time, doing real things, um, that are meaningful. Not to say that the things that are done in school necessarily aren't meaningful, but they aren't always. Whereas interactions with real people in real time are always meaningful in some way. And so I say that to say, my stuff's completed. I'm walking, give that to my bro. I'm walking home, and it dawns on me, man, I should take those pictures now while I have the time, because tomorrow I might not have the time. Because I was thinking about hitting the gym immediately after the seminar, because I can't go before, because that thing starts at like 9. If that thing starts at 9, it means I have to be out of the house by like what, 8, 7? You get what I'm trying to say? So I'll try and pattern something. I'll try and pattern something. I still haven't thought that part through. Anyway, so I was thinking, no man, tomorrow I'm not gonna have time because I'm gonna leave that thing. I'm gonna go gym immediately, and I'm immediately after, because that just makes the most sense because it finishes there around 3, so 3, you know, uh, get to the gym, say around 4, whatever the case, push an hour till like 5, 5:30. That's usually the time that I get home anyway. 5:36, whatever the case. Cool. And so I turn around because I'm gonna go take pictures of the car. But obviously, when I get there, there's a car parked outside, and the guy gets out of the car, he knocks, whatever, and he, I'm like, okay, maybe he's like an associate, an affiliate, whatever. But so I don't want to just start taking pictures of the car immediately. And this is how crazy the universe is, how crazy life is, right? I don't want to take pictures of the car immediately, because I'm like, yo, now this guy's gonna think I'm here to steal his car. Imagine this black man in front of the nicest house in the neighborhood taking pictures of the car for sale. Not a great look. So hey, I don't mind it. I'm there, I'm chilling. Again, I never mind. I don't mind it. I'm there chilling. I'm like, nah, I have a little bit of time on my hands. Let me relax. Try and text the owner of the car, through the number that I'd had because we'd had conversations about, again, the feedback that I was giving him, right? See, it's all tying back. I will sound like I'm ranting a little bit, but it's all time back. I'm just giving the holistic picture as best I can of how insane the day was from my perspective, right? So I have to give those little things such as, oh, and then this happened, and that happened, and that happened, and then this ties into that, and you get what I'm trying to say. So here we are, a little bit of time on my hands. I'm like, nah, let me relax. Eventually, the guy pulled through. He reverses into the lot, and I'm like, oh, okay, no, he's definitely someone who's a bit closer than just an associate or an affiliate. And so, come to find, I knock on the window, or I wave, and I'm like, yo, drop the window. Guy drops the window, and I'm like, brother, how are you? So I'd already taken pictures of the car, by the way. In the midst of both, because he had parked like way out in front of the yard and not really in the yard. So I was like, okay, so this guy's also here on some business venture of his. I'm gonna be on mine. He's on his grind. I'm gonna be on my grind. And so I take pictures of the exterior of the car, but I'm still texting the guy saying, yo, I would like pictures of the interior as well. Because I want to put it up on Marketplace, or put it on TikTok, I want to put it on a lot of different places, and market it as best I can, push it out, and then that leads to lead flow, that leads to deal flow, period. And so after I've pitched that, I asked this guy, yo, when do you think this guy's gonna come in? The guy who owns this. He's like, oh yeah, that's my dad. I was like, oh, shit. Well, and I was like, what time is he coming in? He says, um, nah, he's usually around here these times, but he just popped into Bay West quickly. All right, no problem. Uh, should I wait it out? Should I go? Should I wait out? Should I go? What do you think, man? He was like, hey, bro, your call. I mean, he's usually around these times, but whatever the case. So I was like, nah. I've been here a while already. And yeah, like you said, he's at the mall. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna pop out. And literally, as I'm going, I'm passing by the front of this guy's car. A gorgeous Mercedes comes through this way, hits its hooter and cuts in. It's him. He's here. And so now it's like, oh, okay, cool, damn. It's one of those things where it's like, well, divine, talk about divine timing. And then I go to the side and I'm like, hey, you always give up when you're just about to get it, don't you? And so yeah, we laugh about it. Very fortunately, I hadn't given up yet, right? We're still around. So yeah, guy comes through, pops open the boot, came from Checkers, like you said, Bay West. Um, and so I'm like, all right, cool. Hey, next thing I know, he's asking me like, "Oh, yeah, hey man, how are you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, so all that. Always have to keep the demeanor, the respect level, um, and all that stuff." He's like, "Get your pictures." I was like, "Yes," but I was hoping for pictures of the interior as well because I'm hoping to put it up on TikTok, Facebook, whatever, right? And then he says, "Oh, okay, okay, cool." Uh, you know, looks for the keys, eventually finds the keys. Boom, pops a question. So yeah, what do you do, man? What do you study? And I was like, oh no, I'm in business. I'm doing business right now. Um, yeah, like I'm in business doing business right now. But marketing and sales is in terms of my like what skill set I have right now, I'd say it's marketing and sales. I've read over 20 books, whatever the case. You know what I'm saying? Um, like what kind of marketing specific? I'm like, yeah, no, social media marketing mostly because that's what's in right now. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was newspaper times, then I'd be pushing newspapers. I'm I want the finer things in my life, so I hustle. And so, yeah, he's like, yeah, digital marketing. I need you. And those were his exact words. He was like, I need you. I don't mind it because I don't mind anything, bro. I'm just letting things roll off my sleeve. I'm rolling with the punches. I'm bobbing. I'm weaving. Whatever the case. Um, what it turns into is him pitching me after I'm done with the pictures. Knocks the car. It's like, come in. Like I in the beginning of the video, if you were paying attention, I said this is literally I have walked past this house, not every single day, but I've walked past this house multiple times. And every single time, that's the one house that I look at or look in or look through. There's like a whole glass thing. Bro, it's even doper on the inside. The furniture is fire. It's so fire. So anyway, I walk in here. Yo, should I wipe my feet? It's like, nah, man, I'm in. Yo, bro, I get there. Freaking, there's like glass. There's a lot of glass there. I've seen it at night as well, where the ambient lighting is going crazy. What I didn't know is, like when I walked in, it's so modern. There's like a living room that's underground. I don't know how to explain this house, bro. It was insane. There's ambient. Imagine there's ambient lighting everywhere. It's super modern. There's dope lights. There's glass. It's just gorgeous, right? So this is the house that I've been walking past like for the for a bulk of time that I've lived in this new house that I'm at, and I've always seen it as like, yo, bruh, you know, our house is nice, but this is the nicest house in the neighborhood. That's where that's where my destination was for the day. Little did I know, unbeknownst to me, right? And so I walk in there, obviously I'm looking around trying to act like I belong, trying to act like I know where I'm at, you know? And so it starts as a thing of he's sitting on the couch, he's like, please grab a seat, you know? I'm like, oh, thank you. Put my little bag down. Yeah, we start chopping it up or we start talking business, you know? And that's my thing. You guys know this. You know that's my thing. And so I'm also he's jabbing, I'm bobbing, I'm weaving, I'm jab. You know what I'm saying? And there were a couple of times where like just really attentively, like I was just the one talking. He was just like, mm. Now but come here, come here. And then he expands on the vision of what he has going on, and then he goes, he expands, it goes deeper. Pause. And so I get to understanding more of what he understands. Obviously, there's a lot more context that I need, but I get a lot closer to seeing it as he sees it. The vision that he was pitching me. Um, and yeah, it a lot of respect exchanged, which was crazy. Um, and then he ends up offering me like paying 2% whatever commission on the car. Gives me some negotiating rights in terms of what price is set at. This is at way at the end. I have to go do something right now, um, so I'm gonna have to cut this video here. But basically, I guess the lesson that we can take from this is what I had said in the very beginning to myself as I was walking past. Because if you remember, I almost walked clean past this house. Now I'm in a position where there's a commission on 100,000 rand car in the pipeline, and he gave me. He said the last thing he said in terms of business wise was, "Listen, I'm gonna give you that to chew on." So anyway, to close this out, he ends up saying, "I'm gonna give you that to chew on. Come back tomorrow and tell me what you think," which is insane to hear again as a 21-year-old guy who just, off the cuff, bro, is trying to just come up. Um, the lesson that we can take from it is what I'd said to myself. as I'd walked. As like I said, if you remember, I almost walked clean past. But I said to myself, I wonder how many people have walked clean past opportunity. And so the lesson is, don't walk clean past opportunity. Whatever chances you get in this life, grab.